quarter start na ta. Then ato ang tanawon kung sa maayo ang ato ang pagluwaan ning ato ang gameplay karon guys. So stay tuned sa ato ang sunod nga quarter.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Welcome to 2K Sports. We're already getting the feel for this new NBA season. Taking it all in with me, Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. And in our matchup tonight, we'll see the Portland Trailblazers going up against the Golden State Warriors. Well, for the Warriors, this is a team they knocked out in the first round in last year's playoffs, so they'd better be ready. Some extra motivation.
Our national anthem performer, Linda Lind, and we're getting ready to go. It's the NBA here on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony as well as Doris Burke. And nothing tips off a broadcast like...
Well, Kevin, the Warriors are one of the best offensive teams in the league, and Steve Kerr talks about his...
Thanks for that, DA, and the Warriors move the ball so quickly. Their team chemistry is off the charts. Maybe too soon to start talking about this, Doris, but we see some young teams getting blown out. Clearly, they're in rebuild mode. At what point do you start to focus on player development versus winning games?
You know, this is such a tough organizational issue because you have to balance the priority of giving your young talent an opportunity to get the repetition necessary in a playing environment in a competitive situation versus we owe a commitment to our fans to win and win at a high level because they're paying the ticket prices and ultimately, playing a part in our success. So I think some of this has to be, where are we at the midway point? Are we legitimately in playoff contention, or is it time to now focus on our player development? This is an organizational decision that has to happen organically over 82 games.
And you know what losing does to a culture? It can disintegrate a culture.
No, it's a great point. You do not want young players to get comfortable with losing. You are so right about that, Kevin.
And now the Golden State Warriors starters. Durant and Draymond Green, talented forward duo. Livingston and Thompson are the guards, and it's Pachulia in at the 5.
Oh, that's straight TNT, baby. Explosive.
That was pretty, and he just has that effortless knack for getting inside. That was a great angle we just saw, courtesy of Under Armour. Another unleash chaos moment. 6 to shoot, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. That's his first foul. On defense, Portland. It's a 5-point game. Livingston passes to Durant. And it's good, assisting on the play with Livingston. Durant's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. McCollum outside. Pass to Collins. Now here's Harkless. Tight defense on him. Pass to Collins. 5 on the clock. Goes up to the stripe. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
Well, the defense trying to get out on him, but he's left with the open shot. He's got to make that one.
Durant, no good. For Portland, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Nobody near Lillard. A three-pointer, no good. Golden State's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Thompson with the bucket.
Well, the long-range game is just superb. Klay Thompson has built his career on his ability to shoot with range.
Harkless on the wing. Corner shot. They get it back. Good. Nice play there from Vonleh.
I'll tell you, this guy does some tough work on the glass. Battles as hard as anybody for those second-chance opportunities.
Golden State moving it around. Back to Pachulia. Pass to Green. But Trey. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Here's Lillard. Count it from 12. Lillard's got 5 now.
And he can score from all over the court. But Lillard at his best from mid-range. He deserves extra special attention from the defense in that in-between area. But sometimes, even then, that's not enough.
Shot by Collins, no good.
And that's really a function of the offense not working as it should.
Yeah, no, exactly. That's not how you capitalize on the offensive end. You simply have to be more patient.
Buries it from three-point range. 8 points for Lillard. The Warriors trail by 6. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. No one covering.
Boy, you have to respect how aggressive Draymond Green is. If he's got the ball in his hands, he's ready to fire.
And Lillard kicks to McCullough. Feeds it to Harkless. Dishes it to McCollum. Collins, a screen on Thompson. Back to Harkless. Puts up a 3. Here's McCollum. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
2 shots.
Yeah, and C.J. McCollum mostly plays at that off-guard spot with the Blazers, but on a lot of teams, you could see him as the lead guard. I mean, 6'3" in height, and his handles are elite.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Ed Davis is checked in for Collins. Aminu comes in for Noah Vonleh. Turner's checked in for Harkless. And it's Napier in for Damian Lillard. Back to West. 6 to shoot. And David West gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. 1:51 left to play here in the first. McCollum outside. Davis sets a screen. Shot off the pick. Here's Aminu, and the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
Yeah, how about the purpose with which he's crashing the backboards right now? Some hard-earned second chance points.
Livingston. His 3-pointers off the mark. And C.J. McCollum can step into that point guard role very comfortably.
Yeah, I mean, he keeps it on a string going right or left. A terrific ball handler. Calling him a secondary ball handler is almost not doing him justice.
And out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession.
And here are the numbers for Turner. Some last season stats for him. Averaged about 9 points per game, 3 rebounds, and 3 assists. And right now, he's just a role player, but he's working hard and contributing in spurts.
Well, we've certainly seen flashes of what this guy can do, but he has got to find a way to consistently do it if he wants to be a starter.
Thompson, he's checked in for the Warriors. And both free throws good for Napier. Warriors trail by 9. Iguodala dishes to McGee. Thompson for 3. C.J. McCollum comes up with the rebound.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Here's Davis. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Young with no one around. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Young's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Turner against Iguodala. Left side, Turner. Solid shot from the distance of about 14 feet. Turner's got his first basket.
Just deadly from mid-range. He's got such a great feel for that shot.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game. Here's Iguodala, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Boy, Andre Iguodala is such a physical player. His frame allows him to take contact and get a shot at the goal.
And he sinks the second. 24 seconds left in the first. Here's Napier, defended by Young. Here's Napier. Just 5 to shoot. Davis sets a screen. And here's McCollum for 3. Bangs home the trifecta. McCollum's got 7 points in the game.
And from the opening tip, they have been in complete control of this one.
Yeah, you know, it looks like they've wanted it more. Outstanding hustle and determination throughout.
And so, well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of... Warriors trail by 10. Napier is out there with McCollum. Then there's Al Farouk Aminu. Then it's Evan Turner. And it's Davis in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. They're the group that Portland Trailblazers will start the second quarter with. Portland's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. Napier kicks to Turner. A 3-ball. Rebounded by McGee.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
The shot by Thompson, no good.
I don't think the defense is much of a factor there. He just botches the finish.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Nick Young. That's his first foul. The dish to Aminu. That ball. Nice speed that time from Turner. Aminu's got his second basket of the night.
I'll tell you, that's an assist that shows great sense for where his teammates want to move.
The shot by Thompson, no good.
I'll tell you, he hasn't been able to find the mark all night. It's a big reason they're staring at this deficit.
Hits the three-point bomb.
Continuing to push the action and build his lead.
You can tell they've got their foot on the gas pedal right now. No slowing down. The defense starting to look helpless.
Doors, every team now is looking for bigs who can rebound, block shots, defend at the perimeter, and hit the face-up jump shot, which we've seen. But now they're moving outside. It's asking a lot of the versatility from that one position. So when you think of that, who fits the bill in your mind?
Well, the guy who was eye-popping in limited action was Mr. Joel Embiid. What a great personality and a diverse skill set on the offensive end. I can't wait for this guy to be healthy enough to play a full NBA schedule. Anthony Davis and Karl Anthony Towns, both from the University of Kentucky, have the kind of skill set that I think makes them the prototypical next-generation NBA player. Those guys can step away, make three-point opportunities. Both can face up, put it on the deck, and go in either direction. Both can go with their back to the basket. I mean, what a luxury for those coaches to have a big man with those capabilities.
The Trailblazers shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. Maurice Harkless is checked in for Turner. And so he hits both. Warriors trail by 13. Outside Durant. Down low. Pachulia, good.
As great a scorer as Kevin Durant is, he is an unselfish player and takes great pride in getting his teammates a good look.
Lillard outside. He dishes it to Napier. Offensive rebound. Vonleh. Nice D from Durant. The Warriors have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. From outside the arc, Vonleh with the rebound. Vonleh's got 3 rebounds so far in the game.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Boy, Thompson keeps his composure through the contact. If you're going to foul him, it better be done right because you don't want to give him this and one.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
Yeah, and he wasn't someone you wanted to foul if you were defending him last season. 85% is what he made from the line.
Now the pass to Napier. Second quarter play with almost 3 minutes gone. Trains it from beyond the arc. And that's 13 points for Lillard.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Over in the corner, Green. Launches it. And there's the call on Pachulia. That'll be his second foul of the game. And the Warriors making a change here. Livingston's checked in. To the wing right side. To the paint. It's stolen by Green. Here's Durant. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Well, Kevin Durant, one of the more efficient players that we have ever seen. This guy is a juggernaut by himself on the offensive end. He can score from virtually any spot on the court. There's that accurate touch of his at the stripe. He is locked in.
Here's Napier. He's covered by Thompson. They set the pick. Three-pointer, Lillard. Good. And it's Napier with the assist that time. Napier's got 3 assists now in this one. Outside Durant. He kicks it to Pachulia. Back to Durant. To the paint. Picked his pocket. And now here comes Collins leading the break. The fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Mo Harkless. That's foul number 2 for him. Now a timeout called by Golden State. They come into this one following the loss to the Grizzlies.
Well, listen, I've seen worse performances offensively, but no doubt that group was inconsistent.
Well, certainly it wasn't their best night shooting the basketball. What you have to do is now put it aside and get focused for the next one.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Oh, and it looks like that's going to be a goaltending call. Yep, that's it. So they'll get the basket.
Oh, great ball movement there. That's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but looks like it was on the way down.
Now the feed to Livingston. Now, here's Thompson. He's guarded closely. They swipe it. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. Collins is running, and he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
Ooh, with a player this hot, I don't see their lead going anywhere.
So for the Trailblazers, Davis is checked in for Noah Vonleh. Aminu comes in for Harkless, and it's C.J. McCollum in for Shabazz Napier. JaVale McGee's checked in for Golden State. Durant, that's good.
And started hot, and he's only gotten hotter.
And in terms of just how explosive this Warriors team can be, they can get hot over a course of a few minutes. And Doris just put a team away. The way they can shoot from deep and then play defense is just overwhelming.
How often have we seen, Kev, the game might be a 2 or 3 possession game, and within seconds, all of a sudden, they're up 20. They're incredibly deep shooting. Their ability to play off their own made shots and build momentum can steamroll a team.
They get it back. McGee with the block. And here's Livingston. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one.
Boy, the defense collapsing and throwing him off balance on his way to the cup.
Aminu, no one around him. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. And the Trailblazers lead by 18. The Warriors shooting 36% in the second quarter. They really haven't found their rhythm yet offensively here. And again, it's the Warriors missing.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
McGee, the pass to Green. And Davis sends it back. To the inside. Durant with the steal. Pushing it up. Here's Livingston. McGee dishes to Thompson. For 3, Durant. No good that time. And so it's Portland with an 18-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. But
Hey, Kevin,
thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, folks. Welcome back. Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille. Leading the way at the start, it was Damian Lillard. He ended up with 19 points, 2 assists, and 2 rebounds. What'd you think about Portland, Kenny?
First off, Damian Lillard was all world in the first half. Tremendous.
That's it for now as the second half just about ready to go.
Welcome back. Downtown Portland looking spectacular tonight from the air. Such a scenic location here in Oregon. Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback. Worse. Warriors trail by 18, and Golden State looking at who they've got. Thompson and Durant, the sharpshooters at the 2 and the 3. Inside, we've got Draymond at the 4 and Pachulia to his side. And it's Livingston in at the 1. Harkless kicks to Lillard. And a miss there on the triple.
Boy, despite the miss, he did a really good job shaking himself completely free from the defense.
And Damian Lillard with the jam.
You got to enjoy seeing Lillard fire away here. An awesome scorer who can just take over games all by himself.
Shots good by Durant.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Thompson from long range. Portland grabs the miss. Vonleh's got 5 rebounds tonight. Poked away. And it's McCollum in the corner. No good on the triple. Warriors trail by 17. Pachulia the pass to Durant. Back to Pachulia. Thompson right side. 6 on the shot clock. Outside, Green. Offline with his 3.
Boy, what a cold start to the second half for them. Just 1 for 4 from the field so far.
And the basket by McCollum.
I think they'll keep going to him more and more as they look to hang on to their lead. Why not with the way this guy is shooting it?
Now a timeout called by Golden State. Doris, back in college, you earned a master's in education. How close were you to pursuing that path versus veering into becoming an analyst for basketball?
Yeah, you know, to be honest with you, I always felt like I would be a high school teacher and a basketball coach. And someday maybe I'll coach a boys' high school basketball team. Very close, Kevin. I happened into broadcasting. I left coaching at Providence College. They put their women's basketball games on radio, and that was my entree into the business. And slowly but surely, it grew every year.
But still educating still, right? I mean, don't you feel there's a part of education to being an analyst?
Oh, there's no question about it. You are trying to help that viewer to be as close to the action as we are fortunate enough to be. And sure, just describing what's going on. It's a lot of fun.
You are a PhD in broadcasting. And here's West for 3. Good work defensively by Turner.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing. And they're just dominating on both ends. And it's reflected now in the score.
Oh, absolutely, Greg. They're absolutely rolling in sync totally on both the offensive and defensive ends.
Portland's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Here's Harkless, and Harkless slams it in.
Just relentless. Really impressed with how they've been able to maintain that focus.
I think it's obvious, Greg. They want this win. They're showing no let up in their attack right now.
That was a terrific replay brought to you by Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment. Pachulia into the lane. Iguodala dishes to Livingston. Here's Pachulia. And no good. The try spell continuing for him.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
The Warriors shooting at ghastly 26% from the field. Their offensive game looking completely out of whack. Back to Livingston. In the corner, Iguodala with it. Warriors the rebound. And now Portland on the break. Here's Harkless. And the jam by Harkless.
And how about just floating to the rim on that slam?
Boy, when he gets up, he gets up. West outside. Back to Livingston. Golden State moving the ball around. Again, Iguodala missing.
He's obviously still trying to find the range. No success this quarter. You wonder what it would take to get him to pass the ball. Well, this is a guy who understands his role in their offense, right? And they know exactly how to use him.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill. And they just tried everything to stem the tide here, but nothing seems to work.
Oh, Greg, I think this other team is just in a zone right now. They're clicking on the offensive end, and the defense starting to look frustrated.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Doris coach Popovich down in San Antonio once said that a female NBA coach is going to happen. How much longer do you think it'll take for that to happen?
Well, I'm so grateful to Greg Popovich for getting the process that has to be part of the equation started, right? He hires Becky Hammond as the first full-time assistant in the NBA. Just like I would like to see doors open on the general manager side and let somebody start in the personnel aspect. Doors have to open before we can walk through them. It will take some time because you've got to pay your dues now as an assistant coach, but at least the process has started, and I'm so grateful to the Spurs and Pop for getting it started.
And to be quite honest, as a broadcaster, you're a pioneer from that end of it. We know that there's a lot of quality thought, male or female. You've represented females, women very well with what you do.
I've been very lucky, Kevin, and thankful for the opportunity, certainly.
Collins, good. Here's Iguodala. West outside. He feeds it to Iguodala. The shot's good on the assist by West. 6 points for Iguodala.
Well, Iguodala gets himself squared up before shooting. You can't give him that kind of space.
And it's Amino in the corner. West with the steal. Iguodala kicks to McGee. Back to Iguodala. Passes to McGee. Dishes it to West. Kicks it out to Iguodala. From the arc. Another three for Golden State.
And you like to see since the half now, he's finally starting to come around.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Collins passes to Napier. Here's Turner. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Turner's got his second bucket tonight.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Kicks it out to Iguodala. Out left to the wing. Here's Livingston. That misses. Would have counted had it gone in. And so it's the Portland Trail Blazers rolling along with a 27-point lead as we wrap up a quarter. Terry Stotts had some advice for his team. Let's hear what he had to say.
Gotta keep tracking down balls.
And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. Portland's gotten a positive outcome on 7 of their 14 three-pointers in this game. Not bad at all. A moment now to reset the lineups. Back to us by Gatorade. All fueled up here for the fourth quarter. On the floor for Portland, we've got Davis. Al Farouk Amino is out there with Swanigan. And it's Connaughton in at the 2. It's deflected.
Well, getting in the lane and making your presence known is crucial part of the defense for these guys.
Yeah, sprinting end to end, but under control. That's the key.
No, exactly right, Greg. You can't go too fast. He pulled that off in brilliant fashion.
Kicks to Bell from past the arc. Swanigan pulls it in.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Here's Connaughton. Here's Davis. That's tipped. Here's McCall. McGee dishes to Young. And the bucket counts. 3-point chance here.
Well, in that individual matchup, the rim is totally unprotected. He's just got too much size on him.
And Portland making a change here. Layman's checked in. And that one falls for Young. Doris, you graduated as your university's all-time assist leader. What do you think is the most important trait for becoming a great guard, a great playmaker?
Well, I think obviously you have to have a pretty good handle because generally you're going to absorb some pressure in the middle of a game. But I think the other part of that is, Kevin, you've got to be someone who enjoys watching someone else score as much as you enjoy scoring yourself.
I think this makes you such a great analyst because you had to know as a guard everybody's role and everybody's movement on a certain play.
You know, that's a great point. I've always said being a point guard is the perfect position to come at an analyst job from. You're 100% right.
And Caspi kicks to Young. Pass to McGee. Fires the 3. That one, no good. And it's Portland the other way. Here's Napier. The putback. It's rebounded by Golden State.
I'll tell you, with the struggle he has had today, he probably won't be their number one option as they look to close this game out.
Here he comes, and there he goes.
Look at him punish that rim. Portland's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. And the call will be against Patrick McCall. That is his first foul of the game. Doris, for you in evaluating how good a player was over his career. You can look at analytics, statistics, whatever avenue you want to take. How important are the rings, the championships in that equation for you?
You know, I know there is some conversation that's saying if you don't have a ring, your career wasn't great. I would say this to you. Karl Malone and John Stockton are in no way diminished in terms of their Hall of Fame credentials simply because they lacked a ring. Sometimes it's the era within which you're operating. Michael Jordan was the greatest player of his generation. Some would say the greatest player of all time. I would say that Karl Malone and John Stockton, unfortunately, were at their peak, in the peak of maybe the greatest player, Michael Jordan. So in no way is someone like Patrick Ewing diminished in terms of his stature and greatness simply because the Knicks were never able to break through. I don't buy that argument.
You frame that so well. So Portland ends up going with the new group. Now a timeout called by Golden State.
Well, I mean, he needs to talk to his guys. The interior defense has been horrific.
Absolutely no rim protection whatsoever. At this point, the other team is walking all over them on the inside.
Julia the pass to Durant. Sinks the triple.
It's easy to admire the work of Kevin Durant. The defense is on him, but he fires with confidence. Good luck, defender.
McCollum outside. That's the sixth make from the field. He's taken 9 shots and missed but 3.
And the jump shot has been a dimension of this game where they've had a clear advantage. And even with his range, that one might be asking a little too much.
Yeah, that zip code might extend beyond his range. My goodness, let's take a better shot next time.
Fouling like that isn't how you get back in the game.
Lillard outside. They set the pick to the inside. Shot off the pick. Again, McCollum missing. Warriors have gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. Livingston dishes to Thompson. Livingston up top, covered by Lillard. Livingston kicks to Pachulia. There's the triple. That doesn't go either for Durant. Trailblazers leading by 23. Here's Lillard. Green with the rebound.
You know, he's working on his inside game, but clearly there's still a little more work to do.
No good from Durant. Portland's gone outside a lot tonight. 17 times, in fact. 7 of 17. And there's the call on Klay Thompson. That'll be his second foul of the game. Doris, we know coaches need to win to keep their jobs. However, they need great players to win, which falls on the shoulders of a general manager. So why are more coaches fired for poor team performance than GMs, you think?
You know, I think what's fascinating to me, and this is a supposition I've heard other broadcasters talk about, which I believe should be instituted. Instead of just showing the coach's record on national broadcast, why don't we include the record of the GM? Because the coaches are not ultimately responsible unless they're responsible for both jobs, which we do see on occasion. But to me, the general manager has a significant role to the win-loss record, and both should be included.
And maybe when the owner says, hey, I'll pick the coach, it doesn't affect you. But if you pick the coach, you're tied with that coach. You're joined at the hip.
Great point. Great point.
Shooting for Portland, CJ McCollum.
That one is off.
2 shots.
And the second free throw, good. Warriors shooting in this fourth quarter pretty dire at 27%.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Trailblazers.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And every win important, and this one will go down as win number 3.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
McCollum with the ball, and Young picks him up defensively. McCollum kicks to Vonleh. Knocks down the 10-footer.
And this is how you close out a game, not taking any chances.
Well, you can't have any room for error late in a game like this, so they put the finishing touches in style. I love how they closed.
Al-Farouq Aminu, he's checked in for Portland. And Golden State also making a change. McCaw, he's checked in for Sean Livingston. And Portland with the ball. They've got an 8-0 run. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Here's Napier. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum.
And giving the fans what they came to see, a spirited performance.
Yeah, it really was. They wanted this home win badly, and they went out and took it.
Iguodala, the pass to West, and he makes that one.
Well, what a great look by Andre Iguodala. We know he's unselfish. If there's space for his guy, he's going to find him.
Here's Napier. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home, no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Doris Burke, David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching.
Mastorya ko no ang chipmunks. Si Max. Storya na kay aron manghipos na taan ni kay gabi na ra ba kaayo. So, unsa may kastorya ni mo Max? Ha? Katawa ra man ka diha.
Ayo gura ba?
Ha? Tiger. So, mga to guys, nga naiikog sa iring sa mga tubangan sa kaning klasiya sa iring ni sa mapakanta ni. Ha?
Ano ba?
Buho pag yung iro.